everyone, welcome back to Art by SH. I am Saima Hammad. Today I want to talk about something that many artists find challenging, drawing older people. When we try to recreate their skin, wrinkles and texture, it can be a bit tricky to make it look realistic. So in this video I'm going to share the techniques I use in my pastel portraits of elderly people. I'll also explain my thought process step by step so you can use these tips in your own artwork and make your portrait look even more lifelike. It might sound obvious, but there is a big difference between young and old skin. Older people usually have more fine lines and wrinkles. They also have blemish like freckles, sunspots, or moles. Their skin shows more color changes too. Sometimes you see blue from veins or areas that look more yellow, purple, red, or even gray. And overall, their skin is more textures compared to young, smooth skin. Now let's start with wrinkles. One common mistake is to just draw a dark line where the wrinkle is. That doesn't look natural. Instead, think of wrinkle as a little fold in the skin. Use shading to make them look rounded. Some wrinkles are deeper and cast a darker shadow, while others are shallow and lighter. So you don't need the same darkness everywhere. Sometimes the middle of the wrinkle is very dark, but it fades softly into the skin on both sides. Also, the color of the wrinkles change depending on the areas. For example, forehead wrinkles in shadow might look greenish brown, while wrinkles under the eyes might look a little reddish or purple. These differences are usually very subtle, but they make a huge difference in realism. That's why I always advise you don't just draw random squiggly lines. Look at the direction, size, depth, and exact shape of each wrinkle in your reference. Wrinkles follow the muscles and bones of the face. If you put them in the wrong place, the whole face structure can look off. Now let's talk about the skin itself. In elderly faces, color shifts a lot across different areas. Around the eyes, you might see more red or purples. The temple can look bluish. The nose is often more reddish. Even freckles or moles are not all the same color. Some are brown, some more red, some even yellowish. So study each area separately, but don't stress too much about getting the exact same color as your photo. What's more important is getting the value light, meaning your shadows should be dark enough and your highlights should be light enough. A good trick is to take a photo of your artwork and compare it with your reference. If you convert both into black and white, you will easily see if your darker and lights are accurate. I want to tell you something which many beginners don't realize. You don't need to add every single tiny details. Your portrait can still look realistic when you view from a normal distance if your values and your proportion are correct. For elderly skin, I personally let some pencil stroke shows through. If you blend everything too much, the skin starts looking too smooth, almost like a young person's skin. Leaving some textures make it look more natural. For older people's eyebrows are usually thinner and more sparse. So make sure you first finish the skin layer, then add eyebrows hair on top. For elderly men, eyebrows hair can be longer or curlier. So check carefully in your reference photo. So these are my main tips for drawing elderly people more realistically with pastels. So don't just draw lines for wrinkles, use shading and highlights. Pay attention to subtle color shifts in the skin. Observe your reference photo carefully. One more thing, focus on values, lights, and darks more than exact color. Don't overblend, let some texture show through. These small details will bring your portrait to life and makes them feel more natural. Thank you so much for watching. I am Saima Hammad and this is Art by SH. I hope these tips help you in your own drawings. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more art tutorials. See you in the next video. Bye bye.